Hey everyone, how you doing? Shane Larman here with another lesson. All right, we're talking about the third and fourth position of the C major scale. Now let's check out what that means. First position was here, starting on the C note. Okay, second position was here, starting on the D note. Okay, now the third, we call it the third, fourth position because it includes both the third note, which is E, and F, the fourth note. And they're one step apart, so there's no sense making two positions. All the notes sort of fall in this area. Okay, so here's the scale. So low E string, we've got 12, 13, 15. Okay, A string, 12, 14, 15. D string, 12, 14, 15. G string, 12, 14. B string, 12, 13, 15. E string, 12, 13, 15. My demonstration there also showed you the right fingers to use when you're playing through that. Okay. So we're going to work through the scale, and I'm going to teach you guys an exercise to improve, just another scale exercise you can use called thirds. Here we go. So now, just like past lessons, we're going to go through first quarter notes, eighth note triplets, 16ths. Then I'm going to do 16th note triplets in 30 seconds. Now at any point, on any one of those stages, if it gets too fast and you start making too many mistakes on notes, don't worry about stopping there and just stick with that speed that's comfortable. Okay, so quarters is of course with the beat. 2, 3, 4. All right, so you're gonna just work through this scale, this position, playing with every note. Okay, at the same time, I'm not going to go through the whole scale. I'm just going to show you the example. So here's eighths. So double speed, you're going to use down, up picking. Okay? Sure you can see my picking hand here. So 2, 1. Oh, sorry, I'm wrong position. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Come back. Note triplets are counted 1 and a 2 and a 3. No, sorry, that's the 16th note triplets. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and okay, and 16th notes are counted 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E. Okay. 16th note triplets are 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a dun and a da 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 da. And 30-second notes are right at the very top level of how fast I can go personally. So let's see how I do. So there, 1 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a... A little bit out of time there. 1 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 2 E and a 1 E. Okay. So that's the basic idea. You're just working through the scale, gradually getting a little bit faster. Don't push yourself. If you start making too many muddled up notes, you're going too fast. Okay, so, and also, always you hear that click. You work with that metronome. That's the best way to measure how you're doing. Okay, so now we're going to do thirds exercise. So let's stop this for a second. and I'll explain it. So what you're doing is you're skipping 2 notes ahead to the third of the last note you played, and then you're coming 1 note back. So let's work through this really slowly. Okay. We're going to start at 12. We're skipping 14, going to 15. Going to come back 1, back to 14. Or sorry, 13. I keep getting this position mixed up with the last one. Okay, sorry. So 13, jump up 2 notes to 15, come back 1 note to 14. Then you got to skip 2 notes ahead again. So you got to skip 15 and go to 12 on the next string. Come back 1 note again, hitting 15 on the E string. Then we're going to jump to 14 on the A string. We're going to come back to 12 on the A string, up to 15 on the A string, back to 14. We're going to jump 12 on the D string, 15 on the A string, 14 on the D string, 12 on D, 15 on D, 14 on D, 12 on G, 15 on D, 14 on G, 12 on G, 12 on B, 14 G, 13 B, 12 B, 15 B, 13 B, 12 E, 15 B, 13 E, 12 E, 15 E. And going backwards is just a repeat of the same notes. Okay, so let's try with the metronome. We're going to do this same thing. We're going to do quarters, eighths, eighth note triplets, and sixteenths. That's as fast as I want you to worry about on this exercise. 3, just quarters first. Again, mixing up that one position. My apologies. Mistake. Okay, so pretty slow going. And you know what, I don't mind if you guys see that there's a mistake made once in a while in my playing. Hey, it happens. It's going to happen in your playing too. It happens in everybody's playing. Mistakes are part of learning. If I make mistakes working through this just more solidifies my need to continue to practice it. All right, here's eighth notes. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and... Okay, not too bad. Eighth note triplets. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. little point up here, you do this thing where you're going, so it's where you go from 12 on the G string to 12 on the B string. When I'm coming down, I find it's easiest to just flatten your finger to play that, rather than trying to go. On the way back up, you have to go. Okay, so you have to skip a finger on the way up. On the way down, a good technique trick is to just lay down your finger and let it handle that job. Okay, 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a... Okay, not too bad. All right, I'll try. I can't do 30 seconds with this exercise, but I can kind of pull off the 16th note triplets. So 1 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a... There we go. Okay, so another position down, you can play from the 6th fret, all the way up to the 15th now. You're getting more ownership of your neck and where to play using this particular scale. Okay, and the good news is once you know this, you can basically shift where you are on the guitar. So C starts here, right? So sorry, we can only go from about the 7th fret up to the 15th. These 7th frets, so now you got C. That's first position C, but if you shift it here, where your first finger starts here on the 5th fret, then you're playing first position A. So once you get these positions down, all you gotta do on guitar is shift where you're starting and where you're placing your hand, and you know all your major scales for every key. This is the good news. Keep practicing. Pretty soon I'll be back with the 5th position, and we'll just keep on stretching our knowledge of that neck. Thanks for tuning in.